Support for this podcast comes from CLR Clear. For the annoying mess you're facing down in your home, you can fight the clean fight with CLR Clear. Battle against calcium buildup. Go toe-to-toe with toilet scum. Duke it out with disposal rot. The entire line of powerful formulas works hard to vanquish dirt, grime, and deposits all around your home. So KO the crud. Fight the clean fight with CLR Clear. Visit CLRbrands.com to learn more.
Mattress Warehouse knows that buying a mattress can be tough. With so many choices, where do you start? Introducing Bed Match, a patented diagnostic system that determines your pressure points and recommends the mattresses that are best for your individual sleep needs. And it's found only at Mattress Warehouse. Come try Bed Match at a Mattress Warehouse near you. Visit sleephappens.com for locations and get free next day delivery on select purchases.
Mattress Warehouse, sleephappens.com.
Summer is finally here, and it's time to get out and enjoy the water, hike, bike, run, and to be back with friends. But life with the hassles of contacts and glasses slows you down. The Eye Center is giving you a summer of freedom thanks to Eye LASIK with Eye Design 2.0 from Dr. Boutros. LASIK at the Eye Center is even more affordable with huge savings and 0% financing. Join the thousands of people with clear vision thanks to Dr. Boutros, one of the top surgeons in Virginia with 5 locations. Schedule your free LASIK consultation at theeyecenter.com today.
From the Abraham Lincoln Radio Studio at the George Washington Broadcast Center, Jack Armstrong and Joe Getty. The Armstrong and Getty Show.
Yo, yo, yo. I will get to those stats later this hour. Mark Thiessen put together for his opinion piece in the Washington Post today about how incredibly unlikely it is that you get sick at all. And certainly how unlikely that you die from COVID if you've been vaccinated. How unlikely it is that your kids could possibly get it and die. I mean, it's like getting struck by lightning while you hold a winning lottery ticket in your hand. Unlikely. But we'll get to that a little bit later. But joining the Armstrong and Getty Show right now is a friend of the show, Mike Slater. You listen to him every day, noon to 3 on AM 760 in San Diego. If you're not in San Diego, whether you know him or not, I don't know. Maybe you catch him on, what is this thing, Mike? The First?
The First online TV networks on Pluto, Roku, Apple TV, everything, all streaming networks.
So I'm looking at the publicity photo that they got here, and they got Buck Sexton on there, Dana Loesch, Bill O'Reilly, Jesse Kelly, and you. You're the only one that's smiling. Everybody else went with kind of a mysterious grimace sort of thing, and you smiled.
Well, they put me on the end, too. It's like that debate where Trump said, look at you, Jeb, look at you. You used to be in the middle, and now you're falling off the edge.
Right. All right.
That's me. I'm barely on the scene.
Hey, have you ever had Josh Rogan on from the Washington Post?
No. Is he the one who did that story that you're going to talk about in a little bit?
No. I just did like 20 minutes with him. He's the best guy out there on sticking it to China over this whole COVID origin thing. He is so freaking good. And his main point was that, hey, most of the scientists I talked to last week say Rand Paul's right, and Anthony Fauci is kind of doing a whole definition of what is thing to try to keep himself out of trouble.
Yeah, so good. We've been talking a lot on the show, and I think conservatives really, really need to understand the depths and reach of China's desire for global domination, and how they're doing it with the Belt and Road Initiative, and how they're doing it even socially, soft power through TikTok and other propaganda means throughout the world. It's insidious, and no one's paying attention to it.
Well, this is my gift to you, Josh Rogan, because he is so good on all that stuff, and he's absolutely fantastic. And we were just talking about, so the WHO has got this COVAX initiative where they're trying to get vaccines to people all around the world. China is doing zip on it, and we're doing everything. And I just wish the Biden administration would do a better job, and the media would do a better job of recognizing how we're such the good guys in so many stories, and China's such the bad guys. So in this COVAX thing that everybody in the world's supposed to be donating to, China has donated $0 and 0 shots, where we have donated $4 billion, already 55 million shots, and have pledged 500 million more.
Amazing.
It is absolutely amazing.
But the WHO, exactly what we're talking about, they lick the boots of China the whole time. They've been doing China's bidding, and that's China's goal, is to take over all these global institutions, whether it's the WHO, the UN, internet, like global internet advisory boards. They are doing it with Chinese values and not American values. Jack, can I tell you one real quick thing about masks? I heard you talking about it a second ago.
Absolutely.
The drama in the Slater home is my daughter, 3.5 years old.
God, she's 3.5 now?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
She's so stinking cute.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
adorable.
I believe like around 4 is the perfect age for children. I will babysit a 4-year-old anywhere in America, anywhere in the world. You want me to come babysit your 4-year-old? So freaking cute. Oh, yeah, old enough to talk to. Just fantastic.
Like self-sustainable enough. You don't have to change diapers, that thing. So she's been looking forward to months to go to ballet. Months. We finally got her in one. So all week, she's been excited to go to her first ballet lesson. Literally this morning, Jack, she wakes up. The first thing she says to me is, how many more sleeps? Right? How many more naps? Like, how many more sleeps do I have until ballet? Like, was it now or is it after nap?
Right.
Oh, honey, it's after your nap. It's going to be so great. Last night, we got an email saying all kids are required to wear masks. So we have to mask our 3.5-year-old daughter, which I find to be a monstrous imposition on anyone, let alone on a child, for all the reasons that every single person listening to your show now knows, in order for our daughter to participate in ballet. And I don't know what we're going to do, because I'm not going to break my little daughter's heart and tell her she can't go today. And now I got to strap her up like she's some leper.
Strap her up like a leper. You hate to do that.
So that's the drama today.
I got the numbers right here since you brought it up. This is from Mark Thiessen in the Washington Post, but he is actually just going with Johns Hopkins studies. So there have been 600,000 deaths in America, as we all know, of COVID. The number of people under 18, 335.
Yeah. How many of those had cancer or something?
And they have no idea at the CDC whether they had, a comorbidity or anything like that at this point, whether they died because of COVID or with COVID. But 330, even if it was straight out COVID, 335 out of 600,000 is such a nothing. It's unbelievable that we're acting the way we are. Anyway, you were a swimmer, were you not?
Yes, in college.
At a pretty high level.
Yeah. How much do you want me to brag?
The truth is not bragging. You know what? Just if you're NCAA level swimmer, you're a good swimmer.
When I was 12, I swam next to Michael Phelps. How about that?
Okay, that's
when
pretty
I was 12.
impressive.
That's my claim to fame in the pool.
And you're good enough to actually do it in college. Mm-hmm. So maybe you have some insight on this whole mental breakdown of Simone Biles. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you never leave your team behind. You don't quit. How about that for my mental? Any human being can recognize whether you're a D1 athlete or you do the elliptical at the gym once every year. You don't quit. You keep going. Now, I want to be very clear. I don't care about women's gymnastics at all. That's one of the common criticisms I've gotten back. It's like, oh, Slater, why are you making such a big deal about this? I don't care about women's gymnastics. What this says about our country today and our culture today and where we're going says a lot. And this is what matters, because people are celebrating the fact that she quit.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the two articles in the USA Today today. The headline at the top is, I have to do what's right for me. And then there are two different articles underneath. Some things are more valuable than gold. And how she did something so special for all of us. And then the article is, it's brave and simply human to protect themselves. You have made us so proud. And I'm just thinking, if Tom Brady quit during the halftime of the Super Bowl and said, everybody said I was the greatest and the pressure got to me, I don't think this is the reaction it would be. So I just think it's interesting how we're treating a woman versus a man
that's good too.
During this period of time where women and men are supposed to be the same.
Oh, great point. I love this in the week. The headline is, Simone Biles' withdrawal is more impressive than winning. You're like,
wow.
No. Like, no, that's definitely not more impressive. Hoda, who's like the Today Show host, and she's like the gymnastics liaison for NBC or whatever, she sent out this blowhardy tweet about how you've already won, Simone. And it's like, no, you have definitely not already won. In no stretch of the imagination did you already win. You quit. Your team, by definition, lost, and you let your country down. I mean, listen, it's the Olympics. I don't really care. It's women's gender, whatever. But this is you don't quit. I don't know why this is ridiculous that people are like, oh, you're such a hero. If you do a Twitter search for Simone Biles and the word redefine. You have all these people writing, "Oh, Simone, thank you for redefining what it means to be a champion."
Oh, boy.
Thank you for redefining,
Oh, boy.
redefining strength and success and what it means to be a teammate. And I don't want to live in a country where losing is success, quitting is winning, right? Betraying your team is being a good teammate. Weakness is strength, and that's where we are today. That's why this matters.
And, back to my men versus women theory on this is how they handle it. I think if Michael Phelps had quit and said, the pressure of being the greatest and being all the ads had gotten to me, I think all the stories would be about what a head case he is.
Yeah.
And not about what a champion he is.
Well, especially if he did it behind the blocks right before he was about to jump into the pool, right? It'd be one thing if Simone 2 months ago said, "You know what, I can't take it. I got the yips, and I don't want to. It's dangerous or whatever." We'd be like, "Oh, lame," but okay. At least you get someone else a chance. But to do it in the middle of the competition, that's pathetic, and we should not be celebrating it at all. It should be defined as one of the greatest fall from graces. In sports history, I can't think of a single instance of any other Olympic athlete ever quitting, except for a physical injury. But even then, you don't quit. Remember Carrie Shrug in 1996?
Yeah.
She broke her ankle, continued to do the vault.
Landed on one foot, won the gold medal.
Totally. We love that, of course. Innate in us, we love the overcoming. But that's our culture today, victimhood. We used to celebrate overcoming obstacles, and now we celebrate not overcoming obstacles.
That's hurting me. That's hurting me.
Yeah, I can't even is the expression. I can't even. And she couldn't even, and we're supposed to celebrate that, and I can't be a part of that.
That's an interesting point. Text line, what do you think of that? 415-295-KFTC. So when you're at the height of your taking swimming seriously, how many hours a day or week or whatever would you practice?
3 or 4 hours in the pool every day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night.
Yeah. 4 hours a day.
Yeah, we'd probably swim 12 to 15,000 yards. So that's 10,000 yards is 7 miles a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you just swim all the time.
Incredible.
And I was D1, but I wasn't these guys. Like these guys, it's extremely difficult. There was actually a little vignette they played before she competed, and she looked very sad, and she was talking about how she's old and injuries are hard and it's difficult. And my wife and I both looked at each other and were like, "Oh, this is like she's not in a good headspace." There's no doubt about that. And what these people have to do. But if you're going to do it, you do it. To be the best, it's a high cost. It's a cost that most people aren't willing to spend. And I would advise most people not to do, actually. I don't know if you want to be the best in the world at a thing.
No, I would. Yeah, absolutely. So if Joe was here, he'd tell this. It's one of his favorite stories, and I forget who said it. It's somebody said to a great piano player, one of the greatest of all time, and I don't remember who it was, but I'd give my life to play the piano like that. And he said, I did.
Oh, wow.
And, that's very, very true. If you pick a sport, musical instrument, or whatever, do I want to put in the time in my entire life to be as good as them? I actually don't.
No.
I really actually don't. Even if I had the talent to do it, I actually don't.
No, you give up your family. Right? And let's just even do money, right? Do you want to be the richest? Do you want to be super, super rich? Well, you're working 100 hours a week, and your kids hate you. So congratulations, you have a nice car.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it. It's totally not worth the cost at all. Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods, best in the world. His dad and him had a safe word. It was enough. If you said the word enough, Tiger, because his dad was so abusive, emotionally abusive to him, that if Tiger Woods ever said the E word, they called it the E word, that was the safe word to knock it off. And he never used it. And his dad and him had a horrific relationship, even though it's portrayed as a great father-son relationship. And then he, you know the rest. Everyone knows the rest of the story. Like, he's found almost dead all the time in his car, from all the pills and everything. But do you want to be the best golfer in the world? Like, no, I'd rather be as good at Jack at golf. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially, we always talk about that with the spelling bee. Would I trade my summers as a kid to be the national? Not even close.
Yeah, that's interesting. Now, listen. If you're going to do it, you do it to the end. That's the other thing, right? So if you're going to be Simone Biles and you make the choice to take a spot away from another girl on the team and to take the weight of the country on your shoulders and all that stuff, you do it. You do it, and we will cheer you on. You don't quit. Now, if she fell or failed or missed or slipped or whatever, we would still lift her up as like, bummer, like you didn't do it, but it's okay. You tried. We can't live in a country where we celebrate people who don't even try.
Support for this podcast comes from CLR Clear. If stubborn shower mold has you miffed, or you're hard-pressed to get rid of hard water buildup, it's high time you kick your so-so cleaning products to the curb. It's time to fight the clean fight with the CLR Clear family of products. CLR Clear knows there's all kinds of dirty, which is why they offer products to help you take on messes all around your home. So go on and fight off that countertop crud. Square up with those carpet stains. Go crazy on your garbage disposal gunk. CLR Clear has formulas to help you get the dirty deeds done. Plus, many of their products meet the EPA's Safer Product Standard. So while tough on messes, it's still the safer choice for your family and the environment. Show dirt and grime around your home who's boss with CLR Clear and fight the clean fight. Learn more about the entire product lineup by going to clrbrands.com.
Summer is finally here, and it's time to get out and enjoy the water, hike, bike, run, and to be back with friends. But life with the hassles of contacts and glasses slows you down. The Eye Center is giving you a summer of freedom thanks to Eye LASIK with iDesign 2.0 from Dr. Boutros. LASIK at the Eye Center is even more affordable with huge savings and 0% financing. Join the thousands of people with clear vision thanks to Dr. Boutros, one of the top surgeons in Virginia with 5 locations. Schedule your free LASIK consultation at theeyecenter.com today. Mattress Warehouse knows that buying a mattress can be tough. With so many choices, where do you start? Introducing Bed Match, a patented diagnostic system that determines your pressure points and recommends the mattresses that are best for your individual sleep needs. And it's found only at Mattress Warehouse. Come try Bed Match at a Mattress Warehouse near you. Visit sleephappens.com for locations and get free next day delivery on select purchases.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleephappens.com.
The Armstrong and Getty Show.
So in San Diego, you know him, Mike Slater. He's on noon to 3 on AM 760 nationally. You catch him on TV. I see you popping up on shows now and then. Where else do we catch you, Mike Slater?
My website's mikeslater.locals.com because I try not to be on the socials too much. But
gotcha. Yeah, that's one interesting thing about the Simone Biles thing is how much of it was the social media that got in her head. And I can't believe her coaches even let her look at social media.
Let me go one step further. This is we'll go one deeper. Naomi Osaka, you familiar with her?
Yep.
The tennis player?
Yeah.
So she's all into this whole mental health thing, and she dropped out of one of the tennis Grand Slam
French
tournaments.
Open, yep.
There, right? Because she didn't want to do the media. And I kind of defended her because I think those media post-match press conferences are really stupid and pointless. So I defended her for that. But then she keeps dropping out of stuff because of her mental health. Apparently, Simone Biles, this is the New York Times, Simone Biles watched a documentary that Osaka did on mental health. And I think that knocked her out. I think that messed with her brain. And she identified with Osaka too much and became a quitter. So I blame her coaches for letting her get anywhere near social media, as you said, and also near Osaka. She's a virus. Osaka's a virus. You got to stay 6 feet away.
So,
Osaka at all times.
Mike Slater, who likes to criticize young women on the line with us.
That's obviously abuse victims. That's the one I get too. Like, don't you know she was a victim of sexual abuse? It's like, okay, like, did she forget that until she was right behind the vault or something? She just remembered that she was. That's what took her out. Give me a break.
So, what's your hot take on the January 6th hearing?
Okay, I got a hot take and I got a conspiracy theory. Which are you interested in?
Both.
Let's do conspiracy theory. I thought I was red-pilled, and then I read the story about the governor of Michigan, the kidnapping plot, and how there's this whole plot, and everyone makes a movie up in their head about how she was kidnapped and going to be kidnapped, like it's some like Nick Cage movie or something, right? And it turns out there were 12 FBI informants for 6 arrests. So it's like somewhere much closer to 12 FBI informants and some guy who just wanted free pizza in a giant entrapment setup, right? So it's like, oh, well, hold on. If the left wants to draw a direct line from the kidnapping plot of Governor Whitmer to the riot, the insurrection on January 6th, okay, let's draw it. How many FBI informants were there? How many FBI informants were at the January 6th riot?
That'd be a good thing, and I wonder if that'll come out of that hearing or not. Probably not.
No chance. Sorry, that's my conspiracy theory take. I'm going deep into that with Glenn Greenwald.
Well, what I was hoping for earlier, I wish we could have, and it would take the right makeup of the committee, and neither the Republicans or the Democrats want to do it, but I wish we could get up there and have sort of a kumbaya, say, hey, how about we all agree, Antifa doesn't beat police, BLM doesn't beat police, and whoever those guys were at the Capitol don't beat police. We just don't beat police. And can we all agree on that?
No.
Just to have one point of agreement.
No, I can't do it because this has to be used as a manipulative tool to make every one of your listeners, Jack, a insurrectionist. And I got to get people to see that to them, you are an insurrectionist. You are a domestic terrorist. You are a white supremacist. Do you own a gun? You're a right-wing militia member. Whenever they talk about domestic terrorists being the biggest threat to the American homeland, they're talking about you.
So it's getting to be kind of like the whole white thing or institutional racism. So we're all...
Oh, it's insidious. It's everywhere. You're a white right-wing militia member in waiting. You're ready. You're just ready to erupt at any moment. So we need to crack down on you before it becomes a problem, before there's an outbreak. That's how that always goes.
Hey, we got 20 seconds. Plug another thing, because since you're kind enough to come on.
Slater Radio on Twitter, MikeSlater.locals.com.
How about your book?
Oh, yeah, How to Change Someone's Mind, and Imagine Jack and the History Kids is my kids' book. It's awesome. Imagine Jack and the History Kids.
That is a cool book for your kids. Mike, I really appreciate you coming on today.
You're a good man, Jack. Thank you, brother.
It was nice of you. Yeah, he was a Division I swimmer, so he would know something what he's talking about competing at a high level. More on the way. Text line 415-295-KFTC.
Armstrong and Getty.
Me, but also you. The Pharaoh fast forwards his favorite foreign film, Powder Donut. Okay, what's my line?
The only line I see here on the script is get options based on your budget with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive.
Oh man, that's a tongue twister, huh? I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a few more minutes. Bulbous Walrus, the Bulbous Walrus.
The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
The owl ran afoul of the comatose coxswain.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
I am so excited to launch my first podcast, Luna Talks with Anna Paulina on the Gingrich 360 Network. But let me warn you, this is not a podcast for the faint of heart or easily offended. This is a podcast for those who want to learn, to engage, to be inspired, and perhaps most importantly, for those who still believe in the audacious idea known as the American dream. iHeartRadio's #1 for podcasts, but don't take our word for it. Listen to Luna Talks with Anna Paulina every Friday on iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The new podcast, Rush Limbaugh, the man behind the golden EIB microphone. The incredible story of the life and times of a man who changed the way we think and the way we talk. From his first job to his final broadcast, through testimonials from his peers, his protégés, his family, fans, and those who worked closest with him. And of course, Rush himself in his own words. This is the remarkable life story of a man who changed America from a perspective never heard before. Now on iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.